The Pokemon TCG World Championships are over, and congratulations to Vance Kelley winning the whole thing with Mew VMAX. And yes, this is, I don't know if they actually played with the League Battle deck as a base, but basically the League Battle deck won the World Championships. And yes, you're not going to get every single card that Vance Kelley had in his deck for the win there, but you are going to get 2/3 of the deck. I think, thank you to Cowface for the counts. It's off by 22 cards, which for the most part isn't that hard to close the gap on. So if you want to update your League Battle deck to be the same deck as the literal world champion Vance Kelley, stick around and enjoy the rest of this video. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Vance Kelley's World Champion Mew VMAX build. Of course, Mew VMAX Psychic Pokemon. It has 310 HP, free retreat, and it's got the attack Cross Fusion Strike for 2 colorless energy. Lets you copy the attack off of a Pokemon, a Fusion Strike Pokemon on your bench, and you could be copying Mew V's move, Psychic Leap, to do 70 damage and then hop off the board if you want. You could be copying, most of the time you're going to be copying Genesect V's Technoblast for 210 damage and you can't attack the next turn, but that's fine because you can just retreat out, bring it back in, or bring in another attacker. And you also got Meloetta, which is an insane attacker. Melodious Echo for a Psychic and a colorless does 70 damage for each Fusion Strike energy on the board. If you get 4 Fusion Strike energy on the board, your base damage is 280 damage before any sort of modifiers, which is bonkers. We've got a 4-3 line of Mew V and Mew VMAX for Genesect. Genesect is an incredible card. Lets you draw cards equal to the number of Fusion Strike Pokemon you have in play. So it lets you draw up to 6 cards. And if you've got multiple Genesects, you get to keep drawing over and over again, which is amazing. Meloetta, whether you're copying Meloetta's attack or you're attacking with Meloetta, it's an incredible asset to the deck. And interesting choice here, we've got Oricorio, which has the ability Lesson in Zeal, which makes your Fusion Strike Pokemon get 20 less damage from attacks. Oricorio has been in and out of the format for a while now, and up until recently I haven't seen anyone play Oricorio. I personally would probably still wouldn't, but it was in here and was helpful in Vance getting the championship. For trainer cards, he's got 2 copies of Boss's Orders to gust your opponent's bench Pokemon into the active. 2 copies of Switch Cart lets you escape or lets you move a basic Pokemon out of the active into the bench, and while also healing that basic Pokemon for 30 damage. This is sort of a way of healing off some damage from your Genesects if they get hit by something like Sableye, Lost Mine attack. And there's some other Lost Mine provisions in there, but keep in mind that you cannot retreat Mew with Switch Cart, which isn't necessarily the worst in the world because Mew has free retreat, but there might be times where your opponent will play something that locks you in, and that's going to suck. But more often than not, Switch Cart is fine. You just pivot out Mew into a basic and then you bring Mew back in, which is fine. 1 copy of Box of Disaster. This is some Gardevoir tech here, where if this Pokemon V it is attached to has full HP and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Whether you attach this to Mew V or Mew VMAX, if your opponent takes the knockout, they are going to be eating 8 damage counters. And for Gardevoir in particular, this is rough because those damage counters can oftentimes be enough to knock out their attacker as well. So really nice tech to have in here. 1 copy of Escape Rope for pivoting. Both you and your opponent have to move your actives onto the bench and switch a bench Pokemon into the active. 1 copy of Judge for hand disruption. Both players shuffle their hands into their deck, draw 4 cards. Definitely helpful in the Lost Box matchup, but generally speaking, just disrupting your opponent's hand is nice. We also have an Iono kind of also for disruption, but it does let you Both players shuffle their hands into the bottom of their deck and then draw equal to the number of prizes remaining. You can, in the late game, get your opponent down to like 2 or 1 cards while you get to continue drawing with Genesect, which makes this an incredibly potent card as well. 3 copies of 4 Seal Stone. Now, this is if you're looking to upgrade your Mew VMAX League battle deck in real life. 4 Seal Stone has the price has gone up in recent times, and this is going to actually be a pretty expensive, a relatively expensive card. He's got 3 copies of it here. If you can get it down to 2, that's probably okay. And if you can only afford 1, even that is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Star Alchemy, though, is a phenomenal ability. When you have attached this to a Pokemon V, you get to grab 1 card of your choice, which is awesome, and use that as your V-Star power. 2 copies of Elesa Sparkle lets you attach 2 Fusion Strike energy to any of your fusion Pokemon. Like 2 different Pokemon get 1 energy each. Helps us get the turn 1 Donk with Meloetta, or helps us get more energy on the board so Mew or Meloetta can attack. 2 copies of Choice Belt. This helps us get plus 30 damage on Pokemon V. I've seen other people use stuff like Cleansing Gloves specifically to tech against Gardevoir EX, but Choice Belt is still a great card for smashing extra damage on Pokemon V. 1 copy of Pal Pad gets your 2 supporters from the discard pile back into the deck. We've got 2 copies of Nest Ball to help get our basics down, 2 copies of Lost City to help, and when a Pokemon gets knocked out, you actually send them to the Lost Zone instead so that they cannot be brought back into play. And this is an amazing stadium against stuff like Lost Box, like Gardevoir. Get rid of their Comfies or Sableyes or Curlias and disrupt them and force them to have a tougher time towards the end of the game. 4 copies of Cram-o-matic, flip a coin, and if heads, you get to grab a card of your choice. Of course, we've got 4 copies of those in there. 4 copies of Battle VIP Pass to give us the best chance at the widest start possible. 1 copy of Path to the Peak. This is great for slowing down our opponents with abilities. Yes, we get slowed down as well, but ideally you're playing this when it's going to hurt your opponent more than it's going to hurt you. This can also help cut off things like Drapion V, which may see a bit of a resurgence with Mew VMAX winning the championship. But we'll see. This is still helpful at shutting down other decks as well, like a Gardevoir, like a chien-pao, and actually like the new Charizard. EX also gets hurt by Path to the Peak. 1 copy of Crystal Cave. This heals 30 damage off of metal Pokemon, and again, this is another Lost Box tech where you are healing damage off the Genesect that Sableye might be trying to use to get cheeky KOs in the mid to late game. So Crystal Cave really handy for that. 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards, get a Pokemon of your choice. 2 copies of Lost Vacuum to get certain stadiums that you don't want out of play, or certain tools, get those out of play. And even so, this also helps you thin your hand out, or thin your hand so that you can draw more cards of Genesect. And then of course 4 power tablets. For each power tablet you play, you get 30 more damage, and whether you use 1 at a time to get incremental KOs on like Pokemon V or EX, or you burn all of them in one go to take out a VMAX or a stage 2 Pokemon, being able to climb the mountain and hit for ridiculous damage is amazing. Last but not least, we've got the 3 double turbo energies and the 4 Fusion Strike energy. So generally speaking, you want to set up your board as wide as you can. I generally like to set up 3 Genesects, 2 Mews, and a Meloetta. Sometimes that's not going to be possible for whatever reason, but then by turn 2, you should be smashing with Mew VMAX or Meloetta. And if you're going second, you can try and play for the Meloetta play and try and get a turn 1 Donk. Especially if your opponent started a 2-prize Pokemon like an Arceus, the turn 1 Meloetta is absolutely ridiculous. But regardless, you're going to be attacking with Mew and Meloetta and drawing a billion cards with Genesect until you get the cards you need. All right, let's go check out these matches. All right, opponent's going first. The problem with Championship Mew right now going into PTCG Live is we're going into a world where everyone's playing Charizard. Oof. We tried to avoid the inevitable, and we did not. Okay, opponent's playing Gardevoir. This is running it back on the World Championship match. We do have the Box of Disaster here, which is very nice. I don't think we want to play it right now, though. I don't think they're really threatening at this point in time. Choice Belt could help us. Yeah, those are the differences. Oh, hold on. Did you say minus 2D? Like, I can't... Okay. I don't know if I read your list correctly. I can't... Unfortunately, I cannot read it in that format, especially right now in the middle of playing. I'm sorry. Let's go and... Sure, I will put a... Ooh, I really don't want to attach Box of Disaster right now, but I also want to draw cards. We'll draw a card. We get a Meloetta. We get... Yeah, we pretty much have the setup we want here. And I will draw up. And we will save... Do we drag up a Curlia? I think we do, to stall for time. And I will wait. Yeah, it looks like you just... Okay, so if you're doing it as like plus minus, you're basically trying to emulate the World Championship deck, at which point the list more or less looks fine. I put the... Oh, hold on. Oh, I see what you did. So, Juke, please. I understand. So, what I was asking for, like the comparison between the two, I don't necessarily need it's plus these two cards, minus these two cards. Yeah, sorry. That was a long time ago when I asked that question. Okay, so first off, thank you for going through. I just need the total number of cards that are different between the two. That's what I was looking for. My apologies. I have the memory of a peanut, and I totally forgot that I asked you or asked everybody in the chat to do that. So yeah, what is the total number of different cards? I thought you were in the process of like, hey, I made this Mew deck, and then you just made a really bad Mew deck. What? Choose a bench Pokemon to discard? No. Okay, we'll get rid of the Genesect. Damn, the collapse. I wouldn't be surprised if they were playing towards list. Okay, let's see how they play it. They've used both their abilities. They've only got one card left. They have no outs to Gardevoir. They have a ton of energy. A ton of energy in the discard pile. I hate that for me. I don't want to see that at all. Let's go and try and target down a Ralts here. And did we get rid of Boss? Yeah, we did get rid of a Boss, so I don't necessarily want to Pal Pad here. Okay, let's go and Lost City up. And we'll draw 2 more cards. Okay, we get a Genesect back. That's great. No! Okay. I want a DTE. And I want a Gusting card. How hard is that going to be? Oh, shoot. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. I will grab... I have to grab energy right now. And let's see if we can get the boss's orders. Nope. We don't get it. All right. We will banish Mew to the Shadow Realm. And we will max Miracle for 110. This feels kind of bad. We sent the wrong Pokemon to the Lost Zone. I don't think I've played this optimally. Now, we do have a shot. We still have a shot. The Box of Disaster could keep us in this. It is absolutely horrifying that they have all that energy in the discard pile all ready to go. And yeah, this deck is totally capable of winning this in one shot. Oh god. Okay, we will at least knock out the Gardevoir for whatever that's worth. And what's the play after this, right? Do they have a vacuum? Do we go after the Gardevoir EX? Oh, they're going to bring in Zacian and Temple and Iono. No! Oh, that's annoying. Okay. All right. Not good. We're gonna have to find a bump for Temple of Sinnoh. They're probably gonna go in with the Gardevoir here. Yeah, so we need a bunch of pieces if we're gonna hang into this. Yeah, Worlds Rematch. I don't think I am Vance Kelley though. Oh, they're not gonna go for the full thing. Okay. Okay. What's the play then? What's the play? I want to save Power Tab. I could Iono. No, let's Judge. Let's Judge. And hopefully we can get some stuff here. We do get Elesa Sparkle, which is nice. We can't play Elesa Sparkle. I really don't want to burn Power Tablet right now. We do get the Lost City. That's nice. Let's burn that. I want to draw more cards. I'm willing to... Oh, hold on. That's actually kind of not good because I am... Shoot. Okay, let's go bring this one in. And we do have the boss, but that's for like next turn. And now we are in a little bit of a pickle here now, aren't we? Let's go put that on the Mew. And I will cross Fusion Strike. And we will take this out. Max Miracle, 140. Send that to the Lost Zone. Okay, we get Rope. They're going to bring in Gardevoir and just hit for a whole bunch. Okay, they're going to Artisan. Gazer Beam, welcome back. How you doing? They can get the... Let's see how they're going to play it. Yeah, this is basically a run back of the World Championships right now. Championship Mew, but I'm not nearly as good as Vance Kelley. And our opponent has like a billion energy already in. Okay. Let's see how we play it. I think they go... What do they go and just try and tank the hit with Gardevoir? And then, yeah, the Box of Disaster just goes on the Gardevoir and that's it? Yeah, because now they can't set up... Now they can't set up a second Gardevoir for the next turn. So if we could knock out this Gardevoir, that would be pretty sick. But... Oh, they're going to Reversal. Okay. Are they going to commit Seppuku here and just take this out instead? That's actually... that would be profoundly annoying. If we can gust the... because even if we gust the Gardevoir, right? We still can't gust the Gardevoir. Because... Are they going to attack with this? And then just eat the damage? Yeah, they are. Okay. Okay. 210. I still can't knock it out. Not at the moment, but they have coughed up. Okay. Can Elesa do the thing? We've already used Forest Seal Stone. Let's cram away the... Okay. Meloetta and Mew. And we need to hit like 200 something damage here. Like a lot. A lot. Okay. Can we even do it? Let's go. Let's draw up. Okay. No. Okay. Let's keep drawing. Let's keep drawing. Play to our outs. Play to our outs. I don't want Artisan there, but I would prefer if it was Path to the Peak. Burn the other tablet. I'm gonna get rid of this Mew VMAX. Is it worth getting? No. No, let's not get rid of the Mew VMAX. We'll get rid of the Crystal Cave. And let's go and grab a Mew here. Please. And we will draw up. I don't have another energy. Where the heck did it go? Okay. We're gonna have to use Melodious Echo here. And, oh, that's still gonna be enough. There's our fourth energy. Hopefully we still have boss. We still have a boss somewhere. Can they get the knock? I don't think they can. But holy cow, we need to find boss's orders in the worst way here. And we have to thin our deck like crazy. Yeah, if we can do that, we're fine. If we can do that, we're fine. Okay, they're going to Pal Pad for some stuff. And yeah, if they're just doing incremental damage on the Mew, then this really is, can we find boss's orders and take out the Zacian for the win, which is actually kind of what happened last night, where it came down to the Zacian, and the Zacian kind of... No, not the Iono. Actually, the Iono kind of helps. It kind of helps, right? That gets us a little closer to... Not exactly the way I wanted it. Okay. Let's draw up first and see if we can get boss without... Okay. We got it. Yeah, we do have it. We do have it. That's it. That's it, right? So I just play... Yeah, we just hit it. 210, 24. We Metal Blast. Path to the Peak. We pull up the Zacian, and we hit Melodious Echo, 240 damage, and once again, Mew VMAX is the champion. Jeez. So that one played out a little differently than how the Vance Kelley toward Reklev match came out, but Mew came out on top, taking the massive one-hit KO, well, a two-hit KO on the Gardevoir. They made the gamble. Like, I get what they were trying to do. They, instead of losing a prize with the Box of Disaster, they wanted to use Gardevoir, and they prayed that we would not be able to climb the ladder and get the one-shot on the Gardevoir because they did not have a second Gardevoir EX ready to go. And instead, we were able to find our power tablets, land the massive one-shot. We probably overdid it, TBH, on the Gardevoir, But we were able to get the massive attack, and that Iono actually helped us out, get us a lot closer to our other copy of Boss's Orders, and we take the win. GG's. I don't play Expanded. I never... Once I saw, like, how difficult it was to get the cards in the first place, I'm like, I'm not playing Expand. There's way too many cards that I am missing out on here to make this worth my while. We do get... Okay. Let's go and get down a Genesect and a Mew. I will put energy on the Mew. And I could get rid... I don't want to get rid of Crystal Cave, because Crystal Cave is actually kind of a cool tech here. Do we get rid of Path to the Peak? I mean, Path to the Peak does slow down the Greninja. I think it's more important to have some sort of answer to the Sableye stuff. Okay, we do get the Meloetta. Let's see if we can get one more Mew V down. And I'll go and get Mew up, which actually, you know what? In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done that because we just set ourselves to get hit by Cram-o-matic. Okay, that's fine. Genesect cards are destined to be broken in a broken deck. Yep, as long as Expanded is expanded. Let's see what we can do here against Lost Box. It looks like a Turbo Lost Box if they threw down a Gucci belt. I'm guessing that's what we're up against right now. Okay, very good start for them. We have a decent start, all things considered. We got the Lost City ready to go. We've got the Vacuum in case, although we did get rid of Path to the Peak early, which does kind of suck. They have 10 cards. They get the Beach Court. They're going to get the fourth one down. Hard Retreat. They're going to need a... They're only going to get one more card. If they're playing the Beach Court now, do you think they have... They probably have a Switch card, right? They did get rid of Boss, though. Please stop right there. Please stop right there. Nope, they're going to get Cram, and they're going to smack us for 110. Which is annoying. We could potentially play for... No, it's not worth Psychic Leaping. I guess we could also throw in the Meloetta. We only have one of those, though. I guess, yeah, the Meloetta is for this specific purpose. And what would we rather... What? Sableye now? Am I missing something? No? I mean, all right. All right. I will vacuum away the Beach Court. Technically helps them. But yeah, let's go send the Sableye to the Lost Zone here. If we can find another energy. Okay, let's go bench Mew. And hopefully we can go and flip for Cram. Get ourselves like an Elesa Sparkle here. That would be nice. Yeah. Let's... Oh, we already played Boss, so no Elesa. That's fine. Let's go and... Oh, no, not that. We'll go and flush Sableye down the drain. Gucci Belt might matter. Okay, we'll hold on to that for now. And let's just go Max Miracle for 130. Send Sableye into the Lost Zone. Not sure what my opponent was trying to do there. But sure, go off. And we can probably Iono next turn. Gazer says, Mew players, I missed that one card I need to take a knockout. Instead of strategically making a different line of play, I better draw 18 cards in one turn. Hey, it won the World Championships. And yeah, oh, okay, it's a Lost Box Regidrago. Okay. That is profoundly annoying that the Regidrago hits for so much damage. Okay, they've got 8 in the Lost Zone. So if they do get a Regidrago down, it does suck that they lost the Regidrago. Okay. I think there's like 22 cards different between League Battle Deck. Okay, thank you, Cowface. I just need the number. So 22 cards different. Okay. Thank you. So that means there is 38 cards are the same. Sorry, it's -1, that's 3 quick maths. All right, they're going to bring in the Cram-o-matic here. And yeah, if we lost zone the Charizard, this is done, right? If we lost zone Charizard, okay, we get a DTE. And sure, let's go Pokestop and see what we get. Escape Rope. Ah, I needed that boss. No. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is going to make Gazer so mad. All right, let's flip for it. Let's flip for it. Rope. Boss. Yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. I mean, technically still not over. Technically still not over. Let's go and boss up the Charizard, and we will send that into the Lost Zone as well. Go send some of their best attackers into the Shadow Realm. And yeah, let's go Technoblast here for... Oh, we can... yeah, we have to Technoblast. Let's go. Get that out of here. Now, the Regidrago is still kind of horrifying. Ah. Why did they bench that before they had the attack? I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree with our opponent's play here either. But we play who's in front of us, and this is what they have chosen. Now, I don't want to get rid of the Meloetta here. Do we actually... Do we let this Mew take a hit, or do we just get rid of the Meloetta? Let's go put up a Genesect. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can hard retreat the Genesect if we really need to. And we can heal it if we want to. Yeah, our Mews are pretty much ready to go for the rest of the game, so not too worried about that. They can keep digging cards. Oh, here comes Sableye. And they are going to... Okay. They might send Meloettas to the Lost Zone. That's kind of annoying. And they're going to Mirage Gate to... I mean, okay, go off. Go off. What are you cooking? What are you cooking? Box of Disaster, yeah, that's for Gardevoir. I guess it's not a bad idea to put Box of Disaster on the Mew VMAX in the active right now. Ooh, vacuum away the Lost City. We're not going to be able to banish the... Let's see how they play it. They'll probably get rid of Meloetta, yep. And then soften up Mew, perhaps? Yeah, we don't have any more Lost City, so that kind of is what it is. We do want to knock out the Sableye, though. Okay. Is it worth benching another Mew? It might be. Here. What if we... Okay. Let's go Ultra Ball. We do hit heads. That's nice. And Oricorio could be helpful. Yeah, I think we just grabbed... Oh, wait. Do we not have another Mew VMAX? Oh, yeah, we do. We do. All right, let's go grab that. Grab a fresh one. And let's go and retreat. Go into the fresh one. And do we Iono here? No, we don't Iono. They only have 3 cards. What's the point? Do we... Against my better... No, there's no point in benching another Mew because they only need to knock these... But what if... What if they don't... Okay. Okay, I'm getting reckless. I'm getting reckless. I'm just drawing cards. I like drawing cards. I can't help it. I can't help it. Here we go. Cross Fusion Strike, and we'll Max Miracle this out of here. Right, we know that the big attack is the Regidrago, and the Regidrago does max 240, and it can knock out this Mew, but it's not going to knock out this one. Also be useful for some Arceus matchups since you rarely find Choice Belt on all 4 tablets in a single turn. Yep. And against Dark Charizard, yeah, because Charizard just has a billion HP. Charizard is just such a tough matchup for this deck. Let's see how our opponent plays it. I don't know what tricks they have up their sleeve. I have not seen. I guess there's a world where they could... Is there a world where they Radiant Greninja snipe these 2 out of the game and they take 6 prizes in 1 turn? I haven't seen any water energy though, so I don't think their deck is set up to do that. Okay, we're gonna judge on the next turn. And hopefully that'll be enough to keep us on top of this. Okay, they're going to hard retreat. If they're just going into the cram for 110, then sure. All right. Yep, they are getting some decent incremental damage there. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. We do have a third Mew. Let's go and judge. Bring them down to 4. Do get a power tab just in case. Let's go retreat into Mew. And yes, I'm absolutely horrified of potentially a... Let's just go and cross Fusion Strike. And we will... Max Miracle is going to work, right? Yeah, Max Miracle will work. 110. Our opponent is running out of time to make some stuff happen here. They do have a whole bunch of stuff. And we've got like one more disruption option on them as well. Yeah, with Lost Box, you could never count out Lost Box, but I think they made some massive errors early on. I think that getting rid of the Sableye or benching the Sableye too early, and they benched the Charizard too early as well, are going to put them in a bad spot here. Now, they also could be playing... like, is there the Kyogre? Do you think they have the magic Kyogre and then they just blast us? At which point, it kind of is what it is, right? I don't think so. But we don't know that. Okay, we get the win. GG's. So, our opponent... does rotation end Mew? Yes. Yes, it does. All of it. All of it. Yeah, our opponent there, they made some choices that I don't necessarily agree with there. I think they benched the Sableye too early. They benched the Charizard too early and really nerfed the firepower of their deck. Not having Charizard as a late game attacker really hurts. Unfortunately they Pokestopped away their Regidrago, which is the big mid game attacker, and I don't necessarily hate this deck as a concept, but they probably sequenced this. They could have sequenced this better to put themselves at a little more of an opportunity to win this, being able to have Lost City. Lost City was incredibly helpful here. Box of Disaster actually probably not bad against this deck either. It's maybe not as effective as like Gardevoir, but you can do some decent damage in there as well. And we come away with the win. GG's. And there we go. That is a look at Vance Kelley's championship Mew VMAX deck. And again, you can buy the League Battle deck and get 38 out of the 60 cards in Vance's deck, and that is pretty good to get all of that in one go. Fleshing out the rest of the deck, it's going to take a little bit, especially the 4 seal stones, but you can make some modifications or skimp out a little bit on some of the lineups. There's a ton of Mew lists out there. Just because Vance won with this one doesn't necessarily mean this is the definitive way to play. And the further out we go, this may not be as relevant. Like, for example, some of the trainer cards like Box of Disaster or I don't know, maybe Crystal Cave may not be as meta relevant if you're watching this months from now, but you can tweak this however you want. You still get a very good deck. But if you want to follow Vance's exact 60 for the World Championship build, there it is right there. All right, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time in consuming these videos or watching this live. I am, I will always remember the days of very few, or like nobody watching the stream. Like, I started streaming at the end of 2016, and it wasn't till like 2018 where anybody actually came by to stream, and it wasn't until like last year when anyone was really watching the YouTube channel. So I don't take any of your support for granted, and I appreciate you. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and the platform formerly known as Twitter at @InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at @InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.